Welcome back, friends. Disclosure is imminent. Let's see what I'm talking about. Okay, here we have fleet, literally an armada of ships is seen over South America. This is particularly Argentina. But oh no, no, this is not the first time this has happened. During the eclipse, in 1991 over Mexico, there were tons of very similar types of orbs that were seen. Now, also at the beginning of the COVID, I guess I'm kind of scared to say it because of demonetization. The space station, the International Space Station, saw fleets multiple times, more than one fleet, coming from outer space heading towards Earth. They were seeing in the lower Earth orbit, in the upper atmosphere. So I can't say these that you're seeing right now were filmed from the space station and then seen on Earth, but obviously multiple people, lots of people saw this over Argentina. I believe we have more than one angle in this video. Let's hope we do. By the way, the next one coming up soon is gnarly crazy, but let's get to past of this first. I want to know what you guys think. Has anyone ever seen any of these? Now, I remember when this happened in 1991, when everybody was paying attention to the sky for the solar eclipse that happened in Mexico. And I can't tell you how many people saw these during the day and filmed them. And what they were, because it's dark and all you see is luminous lights. And look, notice the lights are flashing different color, but every single one was a silver orb. We weren't seeing an armada of flying saucers or triangles. Every single one of these things reported this time 35 years ago, 34 years ago, almost 35. And the point being is everything that people were seeing at the time was those silver orbs. And that too is what was reported now over. Let's just get past what he's saying because it's muted and it is in Spanish. But this time I made sure to listen to it in Spanish. This is what I was talking about, that we're going to get to the crazy part after the fleet. Now, it's been reported for the longest time that light is being used to transport things. For instance, light was used to blast Travis Walton 30 feet in the air. So we know they pack energy and light. I believe this is in Slovakia, or this might have been in in Colombia. Sorry about that. We'll find out in a second. Because and by the way, you're going to see multiple angles of this. So many farmers have seen their cows being floated into the sky and then being dropped back down through a light as they were mutilated, after they were mutilated. Linda Napolitano, the Manhattan alien abduction. Look at this. This is just a week old. I believe this is Slovakia. That's right. This is Slovakia. So we're in Eastern Europe. So you have the Manhattan alien abduction. You might have seen it on Netflix. If you have seen that, make sure you check out my interview with her, Linda Napolitano, also known as Linda Cortillo. She was also seen taken from a building floating in a light. So that begs the question, is this an alien abduction in process? Because this is over the city, not farmland. There are no cows or horses to be abducted, but there are people. Now, the other explanation could just be that this is spitting down a light for all of us to see, and make their world aware that, hey, we're here, like a beacon. So what do you guys and gals out there think? I'd love to hear what you say in the comments, especially you contactees and abductees out there. Do you ever recall being taken in a light, and if so, what color was the light? Now this looks blue, but when you look closely, you'll actually see there's a yellow strand of light in the middle, and there is blue and, of course, some green. Now, this is November 20th, so we're going back 10 days ago, and this is in the Czech Republic. So you have one that was in Slovakia that you just saw. Now you're in the Czech Republic, which is, I believe, next door. At one time, it was Czechoslovakia. Then they split after the Soviet Union collapsed. You have Slovakia and you have the Czech Republic. So I'm assuming they're border countries, very small. And so is this the same object that just traveled from one location to the other? Now, the other explanation, a third one you have to ponder, is this ET activity or a technology that we reverse engineered? Because lasers, according to Colonel Philip Corso in the book The Day After Roswell, were some of the technology we developed based on the wreckage from the Roswell crash. So, is this technology that we're using for a sinister reason or to mimic an alien invasion? Or is this an actual alien craft? Again, love to know what you guys think in the comments. I thought this was breaking enough news that I had to share it with you folks. And with that being shown, I'll let it play out. For the moment, with that being shown, keep your eyes in the sky. And remember, when you see something and you pull out your camera to film, friends, please grab a reference point, whether it be a corner of a building, whether it be power lines, as much as you can without obstructing the object. That way we can gauge the distance, the size, the speed, if it's moving. All of that is necessary. Also, check out my interviews. Most of them are under live stream because they were under live because they were live streamed. If you've been a viewer of my channel in the past, then you know I routinely take relevant questions of the guests. Many are very high caliber guests, that high profile guests who you would recognize by name. Others have just incredible tales to tell. Most of them have something to do with UFOs. And I do those because I think it's important to be bringing intelligence to the discussion. And I hate to say it, but not very many people do. So I brought you these multiple sightings from different angles today. You saw that fleet and also the story of the fact that the space station, the International Space Station, at the beginning of the pandemic, 4 years ago, actually filmed things coming towards Earth. So I'd love for someone to go back 4 years and find that footage and post it up. Now, we know all the time when the ISS captures something, they usually shut it off, the camera, for a few minutes, 5, 10, 20 minutes, sometimes a full 24 hours before they turn it back on. The good thing is, people usually record it all the time. So every time they've shut the camera off, we were the victors either way. All right. Well, keep your eyes in the sky, and I will catch you on the backside of the moon.